was given to me when I first got sick and I was going to get cannabis from the shop, and the people there were really nice. One of my friends went down to Compton and to the school to learn how to grow weed, and he came back one day with this book and gave it to me. He said, look at this and it'll tell you everything about growing weed. They were using it at the school. This was 10 years ago, and it's an awesome book. It has everything in here. I'm going to tell you and show you a little bit about it. I've been getting a little flack from one page in this book that talks about getting more female plants from seed, and it's only just like a half page, if that, but it tells you some techniques you might use in case you want to try to get more female plants. Some people say it's black magic. I don't know. I'm going to show you, what some people think of this book and what other people have told me to do with it. Most people, well, not most people, just a lot of people say, oh, you're spreading all kinds of lies and rumors. And I'm like, no, dude, I got it here. And they use this book. And so it's a good book. And I've been growing for 10 years, and I have issues. I have problems. For the most part, I've learned that, oh well, let them grow. You'll get something out of it. I'm going to show you a little bit about this Marijuana Horticulture, the Indoor-Outdoor Medical Grower's Bible. When I got diagnosed with MS, I knew I had to do something because I wasn't working anymore. At the time, I could barely walk, and I could barely feed myself at some point. I couldn't write my name. I couldn't do anything. And as I got better, I was smoking marijuana, and it was costing me a lot of money, like way more than I could afford, but it was making me feel better. And of course, everybody likes the high. That's nice. And it's not, a knock you on your ass or a nodding off high. Well, some of it is. My God's gift is close. The guy at the shop, and he became a friend of mine, he came home one day and gave me this. He goes, this is what they gave me at school. They gave it to him at school. So what it is, and it's just everything you pretty much want to know about growing. We've got, the first section, of course, we just like an introduction. We've got everything, you guys. It gives you other resources that you can go to. And this person is Jorge Cervantes. People have been telling me, they watched my video about growing more females from seed, and people were yelling about, throw this book out, it's garbage. I'm sorry, you guys, I understand, that's the only part you heard about this book. The book isn't all about growing females from seed. That section is half a page. Grow more females from seed. Da, da, da. It was the most interesting thing I found in here because it's so brief. And it just, little tips on hey, maybe you can nurture it to be something you want. I did 3 seeds. One was God's gift, which I knew was a hermaphrodite from the start, and I started using these techniques on it. I had two other kinds of seed. I had sour diesel, and I had lemon haze. And I did these things to them. The lemon haze and the sour diesel became female. What I did use it for, because there was no internet. Well, there was little baby internet when I got this book. And some people were growing, and they had, typical knowledge about growing. So what this is giving you, the first section that it gives you is seeds, of course, little babies. What are you going to do with seeds? It's just one little section on how you get your seeds. You saw when I did my seeds, I put the emery board in there and I shook them to get that top layer off. I learned that from this book. There's different ways to do it. And the way I do it works. And they show you everything. Now, I use this mostly as a go-to when I have problems. Information in here, this is chapter 3, vegetative growth. They're giving you precautions and stuff you should worry about. It's just awesome. And I love this book. FIM technique, it's showing you everything. It gives you now, okay, there's your vegetative, you're going into flowering. It shows you everything. Harvest. It tells you, when to harvest. And you could go on YouTube and find this information. I love having the book here. I don't use it hardly at all anymore because I've learned things. And my brain is not good. I forget stuff all the time. So it's good to have this around, but you know, it's the over and over and over doing of things that helps me learn and helps everybody. You know, you practice something, you get good at it. This book is awesome as a reference to go back to. It tells you when to harvest, you know, what you should look for. You should get a microscope. I've got one. You plug it into your phone. It's so easy and cheap. And it tells you everything. Grow rooms. Tells you how to build your grow room. Tells you everything. This is the best book, you guys. And if you're a beginner, you should really check it out. I dipped into all of these things. But really, here it tells you about lights and electricity, case study. This was a good thing for me. Second crop. It tells you what happened in there every day. January 15th, 3rd week. February 1st, 5th week. It tells you everything in their grow and how they did it. In week, 9th week. Growing is easy. You just got to watch for the signs of when it's done and when it's ready. This book is awesome. It tells you about lamps. This is pre-LEDs. So you know it's old. But these people were doing a lot of work. And they tell you about soil and containers and the good soils to use. And it's right there. You don't have to go through a billion videos or information on YouTube or information on Google. It's all right here. You can open up the book. I highly, highly recommend it. It tells you about water and nutrients and using different kinds of nutrients and not just jungle juice and everything. Deficiencies and toxicity. Okay, it says it right there. I never know what to say. It's toxicity. So nutrient toxicity and deficiency. Tells you everything. The signs of it, what you can look for. You guys, I love this book. And you should too. I'm trying to teach you guys, so that kind of helps me remember stuff and go back to stuff. This is spray foliage from underneath. So the spray is able to penetrate the stomata located on the leaf's underside. When I first started, I'm like, oh, okay. And it makes a difference. It makes a huge difference. Do this. And it shows you how to do hydroponics. I got my hydroponics set up like 8 years after I started growing. Super simple. I do deep water culture, just 3 plants. I can get 7 ounces off each at least. So this is where I really used the book. My wife would get scared. She would see me grab the book and I'd open up to the red section. So the red section tells you how to control pests and diseases. I almost quit because of spider mites. I went to people, you know, I had the book and it told me what I didn't want to hear. It told me I'm going to need like Azamax to deal with this, and it's very expensive. But it tells you all the different kinds and what to avoid. Neem oil, it tells you about this stuff. It's right here. And stuff about that, the controls, effective against spider mites, fungus gnats, everything. Different stuff, roach killer, boric acid. You know, it's going to tell you don't use some of this stuff, but it's awesome. And I use this section the most. Yeah, aphids. Fuck. Oh no, I had that. It wasn't like that, but I had that. That's a male plant underneath. Well, it stressed probably. Excellent book, you guys. So everybody telling me to throw this out, you know, you should read a book once in a while. I mean, it's good. And this is not a book to read. You can. Each section is like its own book. I want to say that it's great as a resource when you don't know exactly what you got. It might take you a second to get through and find it. It's in here. And it tells you how to make hash and oil. This is, before a lot of things that we do now. But it has, the older techniques of how you make hash. Look at that hash ball. That would be awesome. I want that. I don't make hash. Maybe I'll do a wax ball like that. Or a hockey puck. Maybe I'll do a wax hockey puck. I want to do a wax hockey puck. Yeah, look at all that hash. Oh my God. You guys, get this book. If you have a few bucks, and I'm going to show you what it is on Amazon. I also want you to know that I'm not the only one who says this book is awesome. Everybody says this book is awesome. Read a book. If you're dogging me about it, read it. Don't just start dogging me about it. I know people, read your Bibles. Read your Bibles. Don't dog them about it. Read it first. All right, you guys. Have an awesome day. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. And really, my best advice to new growers, get this book. You know, you buy a lot of things. You buy your cloners, and you buy cups, and you buy whatever. Buy this book. I'll show you the price at Amazon. All right, you guys. Have a great day. Enjoy your grows. Love ya.